Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Rising Stars podcast. I'm Hunter, it's Anthony, and I don't know if it's going to be jam packed, but we got a lot to talk about this episode. It's been a crazy, week, I guess now. I mean, good in some ways, bad in others. But before we get into that, just to, set the tone for the podcast, we're going to go play Little Let Connections.
All right.
We're rusty though. It's been a week, so
It has. This could be tragic.
Yeah,
I'm ready though. I'm ready.
You're gonna have to take the lead, man. I was out late last night.
All right.
Okay, automatically got.
I'm just seeing 4 Heat guys. Yep, that's light.
Okay, wow, that's okay. I feel like I don't know.
This is a pretty modern board compared to others.
Yeah, DeRozan and Curry are like in the clutch player of the year, and then Maxey and Kobe were part of MIP.
Sengun was MIP. And Jalen Williams.
So that's it?
Top 4 probably?
Yeah. Okay, bet.
See, these modern ones, we can knock out like no
I know. All right, here's where it's, I guess, getting a little bit more tricky. Who plays like the most like each other? There's probably something with college too.
There's always something college related.
He didn't go to college, but I feel like that's too easy.
Yeah, he's an overtime guy, but that's the only one.
Yeah.
DeRozan.
Okay, these seem like the 4 misfits here.
Yeah, Asar really hasn't done much
at all. Yeah,
didn't go to college. He's good on defense. What else could Asar really be? Is Asar like left-handed?
He might be, but who else is left-handed?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Jokic is kind of throwing me off because he's like.
I feel like there could be like something playmaking here with Jokic, Trey, but I don't know. Shea and Curry aren't really like that.
I mean, Curry can be, but I don't know. Wait, wasn't Shea in the clutch players?
Oh, he definitely was. It was Shea, Curry,
DeMar,
Trey, or Jokic.
I don't think Jokic would have been so would it be Trey maybe?
I guess it would have to be. Ain't nobody calling Jeff Green clutch.
Yeah.
All right, go with that. See if it's like something clutch player of the year-esque.
No. One away.
Do we just want to try Jokic?
Yeah, I guess so.
Right. No way Jokic is that high up in the voting. Wow.
What the hell?
Jokic was 4th?
I did not know that.
I did not expect that at all. Okay,
what's the last?
This is a weird group.
Yeah, that's. These are not similar players, really.
Star Trey. I'm gonna go. Trey signed with shoe brand wise, maybe it's something like that. If it's some random brand. I don't
even have a guess for this.
And Jeff Green have something in common,
Asar and Trey have something in common?
Dude, what? I don't know. I guess just submit, dude. Let's just see what it is. Wow. Oh, bro, Trey being there is crazy.
Yeah.
With the draft day trade, too.
I know that. I was not thinking draft at all, to be honest. Okay, I mean, that was honestly...
That was pretty good. We will do fine with every time, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, we called that out, within the first, minute, 2 minutes?
2 minutes, probably.
Yeah.
easily our fastest. Yeah, if they throw current stuff at us, we'll be fine. It's when you start throwing the
the
90s at us.
black and
Oh
no the
god,
black and white
the
pictures.
black and white is crazy.
That was awful.
That was bad. But I mean, they were all in black and white, so just
Yeah,
kind of a
they
gimmick.
were literal plumbers in
Yeah,
finals.
that was the
That's
stupidest
insane.
category. That was the stupidest category, bro. Literal plumbers. Are we serious?
All right.
All right, we need to switch gears because I know you're dying to talk about it. Let's talk about the Sixers. Last episode was after Game 2. We were saying we didn't know if they were going to get swept. We didn't know what was going to happen. They're coming back to Philly for Game 6 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
I mean, before we get into like the actual play, I really like what the Sixers are doing. You know, first off, securing at least 2,000 tickets for Sixers fans and getting them out
That
for
was
free.
sick. Yeah.
That's good. And people are like complaining that it's not more, but like, okay, really? That's 2,000 people getting to go for free.
Right.
But also the bricking for chicken. So not anytime anybody's at the free throw line, the place is going to be going insane. Because
I would hope so. After they did not, what was it? Game 3 that was like
no
flooded? It was Game 3 or 4, right?
It was Game 4 because they won Game 3.
Flooded.
No, that was awful. And they had they had the red shirts for everybody to wear, and nobody was wearing them. So then all you saw was just the Knicks people in the crowd, like, ugh.
It was rough. Like imagine like being credentialed at a game like that, and you turn around and you're in like, and you just see a bunch of like
that. Yeah, I don't know. It's disappointing. And also, what Embiid said after about how about the fans, and people were like upset about him saying that. Oh, he was blaming the fans for the loss. He was literally asked a question about like what he thought of the fans. He's
like,
not blaming the fans for the loss. Exactly. And it is unacceptable. Like, you can't, dude, Philly, bro, we're a home court advantage like no other. And for us to get punked in our own freaking arena, that's insane.
It was bad.
But I guess going in chronological order, I want to talk about Game 4, which that was just so disappointing, man. Because I thought, I mean, it felt weird. Like, the momentum, I don't feel like was really in the Sixers' favor that much. But I thought they had it. I thought they would end up winning. But that fourth quarter, I mean, Embiid, you look at Embiid 0 for 6. But he hadn't rested at all in the second half.
Right.
And I think a lot of people were saying it. And I wanted to do an emergency podcast, like, just to say how frustrated I was with Nick Nurse, because everybody was on Doc Rivers' case. But that was some of the most bland offense I've ever seen in my life. Like, that was Doc Rivers all over again. And they were just trying random stuff and having to chuck up horrible looks. And somehow they almost won that game. And that should tell you, if they had better coaching, they would have won that so easily. If they got better looks and they hit their shots, that would have been.
I like Nurse too. That's the thing.
I do. Yeah, me too. I don't think he's a bad coach. Like, I just think that game in particular was rough. I think the end of Game 2 was rough. I think he could have done a little more, even though they were cheated out of that game. But I will say, the Maxey
travel.
Yeah, he traveled.
I saw that.
I mean, that's really just a makeup call, though. Like, he traveled. That's tough for Knicks fans, but Kawhi traveled too. So.
It's gonna happen both ways all the time. Like, it is what it is. If people complaining about it, it's like, why are you making this big of a deal of it? It's gonna happen regardless.
I mean, travels especially happen probably once possession. Like, especially in that case, it's hard to like see it in real time. But I don't know. Maxey was just so impressive though, like, regardless, like, of the travel. That's why, like, even with Kawhi's shot, like, he traveled, but you can't even be mad because it was such a good shot.
I mean, like, being a Heat guy, and every time I go on Twitter after Maxey does anything successful and see the graphic of Maxey and then Achua right before him, it's unbelievable, dude. Like, I saw, I don't remember who the video was by, that they were 50-50 on Maxey and Achua. They go the wrong way, and then now Maxey's putting up 46 and 9 in a playoff game, and Achua's on the Knicks. So,
I saw a tweet saying that 20 general managers should be fired for letting Maxey fall to 21. That was just such a blessing for the Sixers, and they're so smart for making him untouchable too, like for seeing his potential. I have to say, Game 4 was not his best game though.
No,
that was probably his worst game as a Sixer, regardless of how many points he scored. Like he went cold at the worst time possible.
Embiid's been going cold in the fourth quarter the last like 3 games though. 2 games, 3 games.
I'm trying to remember Game 3, like what he did in the fourth quarter. But no, I swear he did. I mean, he scored 50. So
yeah. So I guess it would have been 4, 5, and 6, 5 and 6. I can't keep the game straight, but all I know is this dude. What game was it that he passed up the widest, like nobody within 5 feet of him passed up that mid range?
Yeah.
That is inexcusable.
No, that was watching that live. That was.
How do you do that? Like genuinely,
bro. I'm talking about. Wait. Yesterday was Game 5, right? Or 6.
Game 5.
That was 5.
6 is coming up.
Okay, yeah, so I'm right. It was 4 that just absolutely infuriated me. He had the widest look for the mid range, like the most wide open look for the mid range. I don't know why he went and tried to drive to the rim. I guess he wasn't feeling the shot, but like.
Then he goes and tries to foul bait, though. That's the problem. Yeah. He didn't. Like, he went up, like, decently strong, but, I mean, it was not so harder. He was trying to foul bait. He wanted the foul. He wanted the call.
His arm got, like, smacked, but he didn't go up hard enough, like, for a legitimate shot attempt to get fouled. Like, if
you're a superstar in the NBA, if you can't make that mid-range shot, I don't know what to tell you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I understand, like, play it safe rather than sorry, get your free throws, but, like, dude, that was butt naked, bro.
You gotta take that shot 10 out of 10 times.
That's a layup for Embiid.
I would rather him taking that shot and missed. Of course, if he missed, people would have been like, "How is this your superstar? How is he missing this?" But at the same time, it's like it's so frustrating.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, Game 4 is just frustrating overall. Like, it really was like one of the worst offensive performances I've ever witnessed with my own 2 eyes. And
it was bad.
Every time, like, the Sixers had it. The Knicks were not. Okay, in my, like, head all throughout the game, I'm like, dude, the Knicks are not playing well. Like, the Knicks are not a good team. Throughout this whole series, the Knicks are not a good team. The Sixers are just playing worse. Like, that's the problem. Like, they've done well on Brunson in some games, and then they can't close out and others. I mean, Josh Hart was lucky because now we've seen what he's done since, and his streak has gone to an end. But now that the pressure's off Brunson, now he's dropping 47 or 50, whatever it was, and however many he scored yesterday, like 44 or something, 40. I mean, I don't know. I can live with Brunson having to, like, do it all, but to an extent. Because if you're not going to do what you need to do on offense, then there's no point in, like, I don't know. It's just frustrating.
Jalen Brunson amazes me so much. Like, he's incredible. Like, regardless of how much you dislike the Knicks, Hunter, you cannot deny that he's a great player.
No, he is.
He does not foul bait. He's like 6'1". He set the Knicks. Okay, foul bait.
No.
Wait. Foul baiting is something every single guy in the league does. So when I say he doesn't foul bait, I mean he doesn't foul bait to the extreme of other superstars, the Sheas, the Embiids of the world.
But there's a difference, though. Embiid, like I've always said, he overreacts. Like, he gets fouled and then he exaggerates. But they're legit fouls. Brunson is doing all of this series what Trae Young got banned for, what he wasn't able to do anymore, and which is going into the defender and then just bumping off of them, and they're giving him that foul call, which shouldn't be a foul. And it's all series. And that's, like, the main way he's gotten to the free throw line. And in the games that he wasn't shooting the ball well, that was his source of scoring.
I
So,
mean, the dude set the Knicks all-time playoff scoring record.
which is sad. I feel like that's
But
crazy that
it is a little crazy that it's not higher than that for one of these
yeah.
historic franchises, but still.
No, it's great. But like okay, Embiid dropped 50, then Brunson scored like 47, and the energy was completely different.
And then Brunson had what last game? He had 40, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, dude's incredible. There's no denying that. Like, I don't know what's missing with the Knicks, and it literally might just be the fact that Julius Randle's out. Like, that
No,
could really help.
I disagree. I think the Sixers would take this series in 6 if Randall played. I
You think
think
it's easier on them if Randle plays?
yeah,
I think it depends what version of Randle walks out on the court.
that's true. But I don't know, especially coming off injury, like I don't think Randall would be a difference maker, at least in a positive way. Maybe he wouldn't affect the game at all, but like I don't think he would help the Knicks that much, to be honest.
I
But I
just
mean,
think they're lacking an aspect of scoring they need, which sounds weird because they've been scoring the ball well, but it's coming. It almost is coming from too many places to me.
yeah,
Which
I mean, I
sounds weird
guess,
because usually the problem is, you have like 2, 3 guys touching the ball too much, which is why the Suns just got swept because you basically
yeah,
have 3 guys holding the ball the entire game.
I don't
But
know. Like
I'd
at
rather
this,
see like Brunson doesn't really have a number 2 on offense right now.
yeah.
Anunoby's nothing special on offense. Josh Hart's nothing special. If
Okay,
Randall's on his game, he's a star level offensive player.
I will say though, Anunoby has played really well this series.
That is true. Yeah.
Um, and the thing with the offense is that it usually is 2 or 3 guys that get it going for them, but it's like happening on different games. So Brunson is like being consistent throughout the series, and then you had the Josh Hart games, you had the Dante DiVincenzo games, you had the like OG. Like every time he shoots the ball now, I just assume it's going in. To be honest, because he's been super consistent, like shooting the ball, and he's been aggressive. Like that dunk on Tobias Harris was nasty, bro. Like I mean, I saw Toby like try to close out and then he slipped. I'm like, okay, bro. And it's over from there. It's just they have guys like OG you wouldn't think of as a scorer, but he averages like 16 a game.
He's a quiet scorer. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
know
a
what you're
quiet
saying.
scorer,
Like
and
he's
he's
not
gonna
going
hit
to go out
shots.
there and put up a like jaw-dropping 40, 30 points, but he
Yeah,
will give you that consistent 16 a night. I think the Knicks are missing the boomer bust factor of Randall. Like that aspect of him to me is more of a benefit than a hurt because even when he is having those games where he's struggling, then that's where you pull the scoring from the Josh Hart, from the Isaiah Hartenstein, from the OG Anunoby more, rather than when Randall is having one of those boom games, then those other guys can go out there and they just clamp up.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but at the same time, the Knicks are up 3-2 right now. So
True.
like it's whatever they have is currently working. Um Maxey, like his performance last game and his like versus his performance in game 4, if he played even remotely close to how well he played yesterday, then game 4 would have been the easiest win of the series for the Sixers. Like, I don't know.
It's a complicated series, and I want to switch gears because I feel like me and you can just rant on for hours about this. To me, it's going to go to 7. I think there's very few people who are banking on the Knicks to win this next game, especially in Philly. But I don't know. I don't know if I trust Philly to win in Game 7 in Madison Square Garden with the way Embiid's been playing in the fourth quarter. How am I supposed to trust that at all?
I mean, I hear you. I'm a positive thinker, so I have Sixers and 7. But it's gonna have to be the other guys are gonna have to step up in that game 100%. I mean Tobias Harris actually played a really great game yesterday. I think Kelly Oubre was big time, But oh my god, dude, Kelly Oubre and Kyle Lowry have to hit their damn 3-pointers, bro. They miss way too many shots. Way
The
too many
Sixers
shots.
role players are so bad sometimes.
They're
So
terrible.
bad. It is
Even Batum.
tragic. Well, Batum is the streakiest player alive.
Yeah,
I'm
that is
so
true.
mad about that Heat playing game. I don't want to talk about him.
Well, that's why I have faith that if the Sixers take it to 7, maybe we can get
Another one of those.
another one of those.
That's a big ask. That is a
It is a big
big
ask, but like,
ask.
okay, maybe like Kelly Oubre drops 15, Kyle Lowry gets double digits, like Batum hits a few threes. Buddy Hield, like, I'm surprised he hasn't touched the court, to be honest. Like, I know he's bad, but I feel like the only way to break out of his slump is to shoot out of his slump. But I guess the playoffs aren't the time for that. I don't know. It's sad, but it is what it is.
It is. But I want to switch gears to the Nuggets Lakers series. I think we both mutually agreed that was our favorite.
Yeah.
Outside of Sixers, obviously. But it ended the way I expected it to. Unfortunately.
I don't know. That series kind of disappointed me. I thought the Lakers would honestly at least take 2. Like, they had that kind of energy coming into the series that, like, I didn't feel like it was going to be the same as last year. And I had that one game where, it's a questionable call about, oh, well, D'Lo got smacked in the face. That was a crazy overturn. But that wasn't, like, that shouldn't be the deciding factor in the game. And the same way for the Sixers, it shouldn't have been the deciding factor in game 2. But, like, that was different. The Lakers blew an enormous lead, and that was unacceptable.
Like, it felt like the Lakers, like, I would get the notification at halftime of the score. It felt like the Lakers were leading
yes, right. They, like, even through the third quarter, but then in the fourth quarter they just fall apart, and that's why, like, when I'd see them up late in the game, I'm just like, all right, that lead's not gonna stay. Like, I just know that the Nuggets are doing what they can to stay in the game, and then they'll end up overtaking it at some point. But they have such a perfect example of what a big 3 should be. Like, Jamal Murray is one of the biggest players. I mean, he wasn't the same Jamal Murray throughout the entire series, but, like, he's a huge.
I was not impressed with Jamal Murray at all.
Yeah, no.
His shooting was atrocious, but at the same time,
at the end, I mean,
for that win.
Yeah, no, he was clutch.
He's clutch always in the playoffs. That shooting is unusual for him, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, and then he still ended up having a huge impact, like, in the last game, and then MPJ had a huge impact in the series too. Like, the Sixers just don't have that third guy that's consistent.
Right. MPJ, I love his game, dude.
I know.
It's funny, but it works. Like,
it works. He's the perfect player to have. Honestly, he's like the perfect player to have as your third guy, because, like, imagine if Embiid and Maxey, if they like had an off shooting night, they're still gonna get theirs, but it's not gonna be like.
Could you imagine if Lauri Markkanen was on the Sixers?
I don't know how I feel about Lauri, to be honest. Like,
what?
I know I like him. I just feel like he's in a situation, like a good situation for him right now. That's like why he's succeeding. It took him a minute. It took him a minute to succeed. And now he's in a good, like, position to succeed. Like, I think he would be solid on the Sixers, but, like, it wouldn't be. I don't know. It'd be almost like a Tobias Harris kind of thing. Like, I mean, Harris had not off, but, like, not a great year this year. But he's consistently, like, average, like, around that 17, 18 points per game, which is good, but when he's your max player and he just can't shoot the ball consistently, that's the problem. That's why, like, I wouldn't be mad if the Sixers brought him, like, back on, like, a minimum deal.
Right. But it's just when you look at the fact that this dude is a max contract player, it is like
if the Sixers could have Paul George right now for, like, about the same contract, which is ridiculous. I don't know.
They could have Jimmy Butler. They had that chance too.
Don't even, bro. Don't even.
What do you think's gonna happen with LeBron, though? Is he leaving? Is he staying? Is he retiring? What do you think?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I mean,
I don't think
okay,
he knows.
I'm gonna be a casual. Like I'm gonna sound like a casual. He can still sign with it. Can he still sign with the team after the draft?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, June. That's the beginning of June. I'm like
Oh,
pretty
what?
confident, right?
When is the like deadline for him to sign?
I'll Google it real quick.
Yeah, Google it because I know the draft is the 25th to like the 28th or something like that. I don't know. That's the weekend. I
Yeah.
mean,
No, he can.
I feel like that's probably the most realistic thing that he's like
He's
option
gonna
for him to
wait.
be honest. Yeah, because there's no reason for him to be in the league anymore at this point except for Bronny. That's
Isn't
the
that what he said? I feel like he said something the other night that was like, "What do I have left to play for?" or something like that.
exactly he should have been retired at this point. Like his body, like if he hadn't played these last few years, he probably could have had a much easier retirement. But like he has a son who's about to be in the league. Um, and we don't know for sure if Bronny is going to get drafted, but I think
He's gonna go somewhere in the
yeah,
second round.
if LeBron's a free agent,
Publicity alone.
exactly. And I feel like he'll have to go to somebody with cap space. That's why, like, okay, the Sixers honestly are kind of a realistic option because they have an absurd amount of cap space, and especially with like Tobias Harris not being there anymore, they'll get to pay somebody a bag, whether that be Paul George or LeBron. LeBron, I feel like has always kind of wanted to be in Philly. Like, there's always rumors about him being traded to Philly, so I feel like he wouldn't be mad at that. And I don't know. The one thing that like holds me back is that I don't think the Sixers would draft Bronny
Yeah.
because they're probably going to be able to draft Jared McCain, and that's just like a prospect you can't really pass up. Like at 16, I mean, he could be another Tyrese Maxey at 21 type
I
player.
mean, dude, here's the thing to me. I have a very different take on the whole LeBron situation. I don't know if Bronny wants to play with his dad, as weird as that might sound.
No, I get, I
I've
hear
never
that.
really heard him talk about it. Like I
Yeah,
hear LeBron talk about it a lot. I've never heard Bronny talk about it. So I would be curious to hear what he has to say about it all. Because I feel like if he's not with his dad and his dad retired, him being the only James in the NBA would like
dude, that
he's
is true.
this dude's had pressure on him since he was like 13 years old. And you take some of that pressure off by his dad leaving the league. I mean, that's only going to do positive things for his development.
The one thing I will say though is that whatever team LeBron goes to, he's basically gonna be like half the coach of that team. Like, so if he were to play with Bronny, he would be able to get him involved very easily, and I feel like
Yeah.
he would probably know best like what Bronny's comfortable doing and how to put Bronny in comfortable situations. So I think
But
that
maybe
like
that's not what LeBron wants. Maybe he wants it. Like Bronny needs to face that adversity if he wants to become a better player. If he comes into the league and his dad's right there holding his hand the whole way,
yeah,
what
that is
happens when
true.
he does eventually leave? To me, I think he either should stay in LA, play 1 or 2 more years, hang it up, or just retire now. I don't
Yeah,
like the idea of him playing with Bronny.
I feel honestly, I feel like it'd be better to play one more year, um, and to play against Bronny. Like I feel like that'd be cooler
That would be
to,
cool.
to play against him rather than to play with him.
Yeah, I would be all for that.
Because I feel like I, I think his biggest goal, I think he's always said his biggest goal is to share the court with Bronny in
Yeah.
the NBA. So it doesn't necessarily have to be on the same team. Um,
True.
and I know it'd be cool for LeBron or whatever, but like, I mean, we've seen like not in the NBA, but we've seen like sons playing with their fathers before in professional sports, and it's great, but it's also just not worth it to, like to put your body through all of that just for that, just to say you did that. Like if he needs to retire, then he should retire. and he can coach Bronny from the sidelines. Like, and maybe that'll be the most helpful thing because, and he also, I mean, we're talking about Bronny, but what about Bryce? Like, Bryce is going to need that mentorship too because Bryce is going to be like, I'm not going to say 10 times better than Bronny, but like without a doubt in my mind, he'll be way better than Bronny. I think his growth spurt and how comfortable he got like with his height, how quickly he got comfortable with his height, I should say, is really impressive. So I think at least offensively, he's going to be way better than Bronny was, and have a much better like collegiate career. And I know
Bronny's a
Bronny
very
had
two-way heavy guy.
Yeah, Bronny is who like his game.
I
Like
see Bronny as a Wesley Matthews type player in the NBA. He's a 3-and-D wing.
Yeah,
Decent size, pretty solid athleticism. I mean, he's LeBron's kid, and he has a solid career in the NBA. Like, he plays a lot of years. He moves around championship contenders. I don't really ever see him being that star guy, though.
Yeah, but I mean that's okay. Like that's what I've been saying kind of this year. Playing in college would do nothing for him. Playing another year would do nothing for him. His game is made for
what it is.
But his game translates better in the NBA than it does for college. College is not the time for 3-and-D guys.
Yeah, like Zach Edey is meant for college. Like guys like that, yeah.
But if you're a 3-and-D guy, obviously you're not going to get much spot. I mean, he got spotlight because he's Bronny, but like championship teams need those 3-and-D guys that will consistently knock down the three. And Bronny's defense is great, so he could be a very, 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 very good role player. He's not going to be a star, but he could be an extremely impactful player on a championship team. So it is worth I'd say him going to the NBA as soon as possible to get us comfortable in the league. Like I said, Bryce, I think, is going to be more of that star type player. I think he still has a few years to develop, but from what I've seen so far, just offensively, he has, I guess, more of a bag than Bronny does.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And he's got more confidence. Like, Bronny is very passive. Bryce, Bryce goes to the rim. He attacks the rim because he knows how athletic he is. So that's my take on the whole Bronny and LeBron situation. And I don't know. I don't think people are kind of making jokes about the Nuggets made Embiid or not Embiid. Sorry, LeBron when it was higher, and I don't know. The quote is just basketball. He sounds so over it. I think he just wants to be done with it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, if he retires after going out in the first round of the reigning champs, I don't think that's a knock on his legacy, even if people want to argue that. It's the same thing with Tom Brady. Tom Brady went out in a bad light. He lost in the wild card round. Who cares?
Exactly.
No one
cares. Yeah.
Look, LeBron, the reality of it is, it does not matter whether you go out on a championship or whether you go out on a first round exit. It just doesn't impact his legacy anymore. He's at that
point. That's honestly said.
Here's the thing though. I look at a guy like Kevin Durant and the recent
he has stuff to prove.
He's had in the playoffs. Yeah. That is hurting his legacy right now.
Yeah.
100%. Did it with the Nets, fell early, left, went to the Suns, now is falling early again. That is 100% putting him in his legacy.
Okay. When the Warriors got eliminated from the play-in, I was talking to my friend, and I'm just like, you know what? If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Klay Thompson or whatever, at this point in my career, I would rather not make the playoffs because you have absolutely nothing left to prove. You have 4 championships under your belt. You're getting paid a huge bag, and now you get to enjoy the off season however many weeks earlier,
what a month earlier. What does State do though? They're
stuck.
So screwed.
Yeah, no, as a franchise, they're stuck.
Clay's gone. I think Clay's out of there. He's going to go somewhere else. As much as that is weird to say, he's just going to demand too much money that Golden State doesn't want to pay him. Draymond's under contract. And then, like, do you trade Steph Curry? Like, as weird as that sounds,
I mean,
I
okay,
can't see him doing it. I think it's the
no,
right move. I not in a
that's
million
why I
years.
said, okay, that's why I said I had in my trades piece that I was writing about Wemby, or like people to pair with Wemby. I said Steph Curry would make so much sense.
It would.
It would make so much sense
Perfect sense.
because
But
they don't need their at this point. The Spurs don't need their assets. They don't need to get younger. They
Yeah.
can trade them their assets away. Let Golden State set up for the future and dump off their old star point guard to finish his career with a really exciting player in Wemby. It makes so much sense.
both sides are just too loyal.
Yeah, it's just unrealistic to be honest.
Which
And
means to me, the next 4 years, I would expect Curry to play like 3-4 years more.
yeah,
The Warriors are just going to be stuck.
they're gonna be mid.
I don't
It
like
is what it is.
staying loyal to your like Steph is one of those guys though, because the Mavericks went through the same thing with Dirk.
Yeah,
Like
that is true.
obviously Dirk wasn't making as much money towards the end, but I think you
I
stay
mean,
loyal.
you gotta respect the loyalty.
This
It's
dude
also
brought you 4 championships.
yeah, it's also probably
4.
easier. Like we're thinking of them like from like a player standpoint, but just from like being a human, like
Yeah,
just
that
being
would
able to
suck.
stay. I mean, staying in Golden State where you've spent the last however many years of your life, like just being able to have that stability.
A business
Especially
standpoint says trade him. A personal standpoint says
says
keep him.
stay. Yeah, because you know you're gonna get paid. Friggin' his daughter's probably still going to school in the area, so she wouldn't have to switch schools.
Yeah, like even all her friends, like even his
Yeah.
daughter's friends, like something that simple that flips their life upside down. It's just not worth it. I obviously Curry does not want to leave.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I
don't think Golden State's front office should.
It
do
would have been a lot
It's
more
just
fun.
messed up.
Yeah, no, they're bad. They did not set up well for the future at all.
Yeah, I feel like they needed to go. Like, look at the Cavs. The Cavs turned things around quick after LeBron the second time. Like, that was impressive to me. I know they haven't had much success with their team, but it's a good-looking team.
It's a good roster.
It's
I
a
guess the Warriors just haven't like drafted well either, to be honest. Like,
Kuminga broke out, but outside of that,
yeah,
Pods looks decent. I mean,
not that, I mean, it's not terrible. It
the
just could have
James
been
Wiseman
better.
pick does not get talked enough about nearly enough. That was terrible pick.
That was horrendous.
Terrible.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like
that pick, like that could have been your future right there.
Yeah. Damn. We're getting a little bit too harsh, too serious. You think we should play a second game?
Yeah. Let's bring it back to the calm side.
Why do I keep forgetting the name of it?
I called game.
That's what it, yeah.
Sir.
All right, let's see how we're going to do this time. We did better than what? Last time it was what, 80, 83?
85, 83, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Okay.
Please be modern. Please be modern.
Okay. So obviously home team is Pels. 18 Spurs.
Let me see who's on the court here. I see Lonzo. Okay. That gives me a good year. The timeline.
Okay, yeah.
So I get 20. Is this pre-bubble, post-bubble?
I don't know.
I get like somewhere between like 19 and 21 vibes.
21, yeah.
Let me look here. What else do I see? Is that Derek Favors in the corner? Yeah. Healthy Zion tells me something. Zion would have been he missed a whole year. When did I want to go 20 or 21 personally?
That's not DeRozan, right? Is it?
It could be. Dude, DeRozan, I like 20 or 21.
I'm just like,
Or
what
19.
number did he wear on the Spurs? 10. It was 10. Okay, I think that is DeMar DeRozan right here.
Okay.
So what year was he traded?
So Kawhi and the Raptors won in 19.
19. So
So this would be
this
20?
this could
19
be,
or 20.
yeah, this could be. Let's go 19.
All right. And if it's not 19, we just bump it up a year.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, 20. This is 21.
Let's
All right.
go. There we go.
January of 2020. All right, yeah.
All right.
I would
Game
imagine
type.
gotta be regular season.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
coaches.
God.
So
Okay. Well, we know.
Oh, for the Pels. Oh, God. Pelicans head coach.
I'm honestly not the best at coaches.
I'm not either. Like I can kind of picture who I'm thinking in my mind.
Damn, we're casual.
Trying to think here. I feel like I should know this. I can legit picture him.
Yeah.
Unless I'm thinking just the total wrong guy, dude. Let me see here. Like,
No, I swear I could picture him too. What's his damn name? Oh my God, we're casuals.
I know he was there at one point. Is it Stan Van Gundy was there in Detroit? Yeah, most recently. I mean, it can't hurt to try. I feel like he might have been in Detroit at this point, but I feel like he was there at some point. It's worth a guess.
No.
Monty coached there a long time ago. I know that, but it's not gonna be him.
Wait, can we see? Is there a picture?
Dude, what? I don't know, man. That was my best guess.
Golly. That sucks.
All right, just throw in a name and then it'll move us on. Oh, you skip too.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Man.
Okay, we never would have gotten that, to be honest.
I could have gotten that. I could, yeah. I don't think I would have, but I could. All right, we gotta get like every player imaginable to do well here. So this is Lonzo, Ingram, Derek Favors was there. I saw him. Derek Favors with the Pels.
I'm trying to see it. Who that is in the back.
Yeah. Let's look at that in a second.
Okay, it was with an I.
Number 4, Shetty Osman. He was in San Antonio at one point, right?
That is not V.
That's Derek White.
That is? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. Number 4, it looks like White.
That's what I thought, but I didn't. Okay, yeah, you're right.
I mean, see if Osman was there. He was there at one point. So I'm just losing my mind. I swear he was in San Antonio. Yeah, let's look at
Okay.
Here we go. Jackson Hayes might have been here by this point for the Pels. Man, I thought he was going to be special, and he just did not amount to anything. No, who are you about to pull?
I have no idea. It's one of the. It's what? Wait.
I feel like it might have been Justin Jackson. I feel like
that's what I was.
No.
No.
Let me look. Look at this picture.
It's some Jackson. That's like honestly.
You see it on the picture?
Yeah.
Let me see it in the picture. I might be able to tell who it is. Who the?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
15. Jackson. Oh,
You got to be on here,
like Jax Megan.
huh?
Look at the time. Isaiah Jackson. He fits the timeline. It looks
Wait.
like.
Oh, what year was this?
This is 21. It said
Oh, no, it's 2020.
20. Yeah. So as long as they fit in that timeline, it could be them.
Is this chronological? Okay, so
There's
it's not
so many Jacksons. That is not Josh Jackson. I know that.
Demetrius Jackson.
He don't try like who was that? Frank Jackson.
Frank Jackson.
Buddy.
Okay, well, it's the first one. Damn.
That's Josh Hart, Lonzo,
Who
Derek
is this dude?
Favors. That's Derek Favors.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's knock out some Spurs.
Why am I blanking on this dude's name?
Marco Bellinelli.
Yes, thank you. Jesus Christ.
Former 76er. Come on, Hunter.
I know.
And then you got like DeRozan, obviously.
Yeah.
What else was he?
Yeah.
Is DeJounte Murray there? Did they overlap?
Oh, you know what? I think right? Yeah.
I have no idea.
Because he was only traded last year.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. Let me look at this picture.
Who is bro?
Let me see that. I can't see that, dude. You guys zoom in. Holy crap, that's pixelated. Okay, a tall white dude. It's got to be Mason Plumlee then. He is the tall, or is Cody Zeller?
Oh, yeah.
They're the like.
No.
Try Mason Plumlee, dude. He's another tall white guy, even though I don't even think he played in San Antonio.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. So who do we have in this picture? We have.
Does Keldon Johnson fit this timeline? I don't know when he was drafted.
Nah, I think he was drafted in. Oh, you're right. Wow, good pull. What?
No.
29. Wait, was he not drafted to the Spurs?
He might not have been in the rotation.
Oh, you're right.
That could be it, or he wasn't drafted there. But
okay.
Is JJ Redick on this Pels team?
Good pull. Okay. I think we have everybody in here except for.
Does Devin Vassell fit the timeline?
I don't.
He's really.
I think he's
he got the extension recently.
Oh my God.
I don't know. There you go. Try it. 2020.
He would have been a rookie. Okay, this first one.
Oh, is that Jakob Poeltl? Is that the tall white dude?
Oh.
I think that's who it is.
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, who's?
I don't know how many more we can get here. We're doing well. How many we have? We have 14, something like
that. Yeah, 14.
Let me look at these pictures before we call it a quits on the.
Okay, so who's this?
That looks like. Oh my goodness. Who's in the corner of the Spurs? You know who that is?
Here?
Yeah.
That's DeRozan.
That's DeRozan. Okay, it's too blurry for me to even tell.
Who's
Patty's at the top there? I think that's.
Is this Jackson?
I think that might be Jackson Hayes, honestly.
Okay. This is terrible. They don't give you nothing, bro. It's the same lineup the entire.
We've got like the bonus thing or whatever.
Oh, who's this dude?
Isn't there a? Oh God.
Wait, this wouldn't have been. No, that was. Oh my God, let's go.
Go pool. Oh, dude, I forgot he was with San Antonio. That's weird to think about.
Yeah, because he went back at the end.
I feel like there's a point guard on the Spurs right now, and he looks like the dude in that picture, but I could be completely wrong.
Where?
Like the guy with the ball right there. Who is that?
That's probably DeMar.
Okay. I mean, dude, we've got what, like 15?
Yeah, I'm just trying to look at the bench to see if there's anybody else that stands out.
Yeah. Good point.
I mean, Jose.
Try Alvarado. I don't know.
Nah, it's too. They kind of look like him over here.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing with the head. I saw the guy with the headband sitting down. I thought that was Alvarado.
Yeah. Who's this with that headband?
I feel like there's just some random guys on here. I'm trying to think like current Pelicans that could be there. Oh, who's the dude that Wait, was Larry Nance a part of that deal? That same deal for AD?
Check.
Or am I losing my mind?
Yeah.
No, I know he's with them now. So
I can't see squat on Spurs.
Trey Murphy's too young. Who's the guy that got in the fight with Jimmy Butler on the Pelicans? Marshall, Najee Marshall, is that his name? I don't know what his timeline's looking like.
Oh.
I mean, I'm cool with 15, bro. That gives us the bonus.
Yeah.
It's a solid score-ish. We gotta get the random thing though, or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
somebody's gonna be so
last
obvious.
basket. Oh yeah, there is. Look.
Damn.
I mean, I don't know. I say submit. All right, let's see all players. I want to see this.
Oh, Drew Holiday.
Oh my god. Wait, what? Drew was that recent that he was still in New Orleans?
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'm not that mad about anybody else.
Yeah, Bryn Forbes, maybe.
Yeah.
Rudy Gay, maybe.
Lonnie Walker.
Lonnie Walker.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Damn. Okay.
I feel like the strategy with those is thinking like trades and stuff.
Okay. Who scored the last shot?
Great. All right. It's a close game.
Yeah. So it's gonna be Zion
or Brandon Ingram for New Orleans, depending on what they needed. For San Antonio, it would have to be DeMar.
Yeah, I don't think, or DeJounte.
Oh yeah, I think they give it to
DeMar for sure, especially clutch.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so who do we think would have won this game?
Go back through the other pictures. I want to see who was leading throughout the game.
Okay, so Spurs.
Was it just like close the entire way? Okay, Pels turning a little. Pels came back.
Okay, looks like they were about to tie here with Zion, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I think they have the momentum. I'm giving it to you want to go Brandon Ingram?
I'm down. And then I think if it's not Brandon Ingram, okay.
Oh shoot, I didn't realize.
No. So it's either Zion or DeMar, I would say, or unless there's going to be some wild card. Your call.
Who won the game? Sheesh.
I don't know.
Do we go with the clutch player of the year?
We were just talking about clutch player. Let's do it. Wow, who was it? Did show.
Okay.
What? Okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
You can't be mad at that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. That was a bad outing, and it was still
kind
better.
of rough performance. So to still be better than 67, I'll take that.
I'll take it. Yeah.
I'll take 67. All right. So we've got 680 and now 67, but there was some rust there. So
a little bit.
I'm fully satisfied with this.
Yeah, next episode will be better for sure.
All right. Now I want to switch gears back to the NFL draft. We made a mock draft. I know we were cooking early. I don't remember how we did down the line.
It fell apart. I'm not gonna lie, it fell apart.
Oh God! All right, let's look at it. I'll
NFL.
go pull it, or you pulling it up?
Draft.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see this. Caleb went 1. No surprise there. Oh my goodness! As a Patriots fan, seeing Roger Goodell come up to that stand when the Commanders were on the board and say they are selecting Jaden Daniels was the happiest moment of my week. I wanted Drake May so bad.
Yeah, Drake May fits in your system so well. Okay.
I'm so happy about it.
1 through 4 we got. I know that for sure.
I think we had Neighbors at 5.
Neighbors at 5.
Which honestly, some people are still defending. I don't mind.
It should have been Neighbors at 5. 100%.
I don't mind the alt pick just because Jim Harbaugh's your coach, so.
Dog, but they have no receivers, bro.
Yeah, they are playing.
They are
sending Justin Herbert out there to die. That is, I can't agree with that.
I think we had these two switch.
I got it up right now. So
you have our mock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it up on my phone. All right, so we had Marv at 5. Took Neighbors off the board there. Okay. This is where we thought McCarthy was going to go at 6. We thought there was going to be a trade. I was shocked that the Giants didn't trade out or take McCarthy, either or.
Yeah, I mean,
If Neighbors was there, I understand it. Like
yeah,
if
that's what I
Marvin
mean.
Harrison Jr. wasn't in this draft, I mean, he would
He,
be.
yeah, the
He's
number
a great
one.
receiver. Even Rome is a great receiver. Like I could have seen him going that early.
Okay. Who did we have the Titans taking?
We had the Titans taking Alt, I'm pretty sure.
All
Because
okay.
yeah, Joe Alt. So we weren't off in the sense of order as much as we were
Yeah,
we had the right players at the top. I did not like that JC Latham pick. I can't lie to you. I thought that was kind of a reach.
yeah. There
I
were
was not in
other.
love with that pick by any means.
Penix was surprising.
Oh my goodness, the craziest pick I've ever seen. What are you doing?
Uh,
You take Kirk Cousins $190 million.
yeah. I don't get it. Penix is already old too. Like not old, but
He's
older.
almost 24, yeah.
Yeah,
That was check shocked
that's
me.
tragic. And they need a defense too. So that was unbelievably bad.
I don't and
Uh,
then Bears taking Rome at 9. I don't mind it. He's a super talented receiver. I probably would have rather gone O lineman there
yeah,
personally.
help elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean you already have DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. I would have gone O line.
I mean, now the receiving core is stacked though. That
Oh,
is
it's
the thing.
loaded. That
So
offense is crazy. I mean, the O line's not great, but I can't hate on the pick. Minnesota at 10 taking McCarthy. I mean, everyone
okay,
expected McCarthy to
yeah,
go to the
we had
Vikings. They
McCarthy.
just
Yeah,
didn't know where.
Bo
He's the worst.
Nix was surprising. I'd have to say,
Holy reach, dude.
but they were
How
desperate.
desperate can you
They
be
were
for
desperate. They were
quarterbacks? That is
desperate.
crazy.
They
Bo
were
Nix
desperate
at
at
12
12.
is outrageous. I am not going to tune into a Broncos game because it's just going to be check down after check down after check down as soon as Bo Nix gets in the game.
Yeah.
The Bowers pick I did not like
Mm,
because they have Michael Mayer. They traded up to get him in the second round last year. Why I get best player available.
yeah.
Not my favorite idea. Fuaga to the Saints. It was position of need. I understand.
Yeah.
Liatu Latu to the Colts. I really liked. I feel like did we have him going there? We had him
At
going
Fitz,
in this range. I think.
yeah. I don't know. It wasn't to the Colts because we had the Colts trading up for
Oh,
Bowers. I think it
Bowers.
was,
Yeah,
but maybe no. Bowers was taken a little later than we thought.
I thought this was a reach. This Byron Murphy pick. I would have gone
Yeah.
Dallas Turner.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
went one pick later. The
Yeah.
Vikings getting him at 17. I
That
thought
was
was
that
a
was a great pick. That was a fantastic pick.
Marius
Um,
Mims. I get it. Protecting
yeah,
Burrow.
protecting. Yeah.
Jared Verse, great pick. I like Verse.
Yeah, no,
Second
I like
best
that pick a
edge in the
lot too.
class pretty easily to me. The Chop Robinson pick to the Dolphins was kind of gross too. I didn't like that.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah,
I feel like they just had other needs.
yeah, I think
Like
that was my problem
I
with it
wanted to.
too.
I would have taken an alignment of sorts there. And then here we go. Eagles, Quinion
That
Mitchell.
steal of the draft, but that was a
Well, of course
fantastic
you're gonna
pick.
say that, Hunter. Like
No, that's literally an A+ pick. You can't do better than that. They got the
it's a
best
great
corner.
pick. I don't love that he's coming out of Toledo, just considering the fact that he's not as battle tested as other guys.
I
But
mean, I get that.
outside of that, I have no complaints about the pick. I think it is a
He
really good pick.
he's a CB1. We had him going like 15 or 16. So
Yeah, he's a great player. I
that
have
was
no
a
problem.
great. Uh,
Brian Thomas Jr. here, I like the pick. The
yeah,
Jags needed a receiver. I mean, they lost Calvin Ridley. They had brought in Gabe Davis, so you needed somebody else.
yeah, especially young.
Harry and Arnold. This is my steal of the
I like
first one.
that pick a lot.
I like that pick a lot, especially because of how poor their secondary was. I mean, I know they lost CJ back to the Eagles, which is weird to think about, but
Yeah,
it's a good pick. Green Bay, protecting Jordan Love, understandable. I didn't like the Graham Barton pick. Jackson
yeah. I
Powers
mean,
Johnson to me was the best center in the class pretty easily.
he was graded
I
higher.
yeah, I could have
Barton.
seen Powers Johnson going to the Dolphins at 21.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like everybody had him going higher than Barton, but Barton was graded higher. He's
Yeah.
bigger. I had to do like a profile on him. He's bigger, so like it's not a terrible pick, but
Yeah.
it's just not like people expected.
Darius Robinson, fine. Oh my gosh, the Chiefs with Xavier Worthy.
Yeah,
Why would the Bills trade them? What? Like, why?
that's how they were doing. They knew what they were gonna do in the second round, I guess.
I guess, man, but still, I would not have done that. Nate Wiggins, love that pick as well.
Yeah. Well, actually, no.
No,
He's okay. Don't get me wrong.
he's small.
He's a freak athlete,
Oh,
and
dude.
like I think he's got a lot of potential. There were too many receivers on the board to not take a receiver, bro. I'm sorry. They had to draft a receiver in the first round.
I don't know. I think if Mark Andrews is healthy, they should be okay.
No, bro, they needed another receiver because that pressure cannot be on that inconsistent
Right.
of a receiving core.
Right.
Like
True.
my best friend is a Ravens fan, and he's just like every time, like every offseason, he just wants to die because Lamar doesn't get help like to throw the ball to, and they needed a young guy to develop alongside Zay Flowers.
Dude, did you see all the stuff of Xavier Leggett going viral about his like
His
accent, like his
accent,
southern
yes,
accent?
bro,
Dude, it's
it's
crazy.
funny.
It's crazy. Like he's sitting there at the podium and then he talks like he's like full southern. It threw me off so much.
It doesn't sound like it's him talking.
It doesn't. Now that you said the Eagles' first round pick steal the draft, I think
Okay,
Cooper DeJean.
yeah.
That
What I say,
that's such a good
I
pick.
think they're both the steal when paired together. They're both the steal the draft because that's just
True.
ridiculous.
It's a nice like the
They
DB
have
room was their biggest fear, and then they secured that up.
they probably drafted the two of the top 3 corners in the draft.
I also love this Johnny Newton to the Commanders pick. That was great. I thought he was
the
better than
Falcons
Byron
sold
Murphy. Byron
the
Murphy went what 16? I thought he was better than Byron Murphy.
No, the
So
Falcons sold big time, bro. They could have had him in the second
Ruka
round, and
Rororo over him is crazy.
Yeah.
One pick before,
and he's like,
he's
okay.
Receiver too.
He's an okay defensive tackle, but like,
yeah, he's nothing bad. But when you have a better guy on the board,
yeah.
This is where LA got their receiver. I like McConkey. He'll get open.
Yeah, no, I do like Ladd. I'm a Georgia fan, so I really like.
There you go. Yeah, he's not like a deep threat guy, is he? He's more like route running. He'll catch at the sticks.
He can turn into a deep.
Okay.
Well, like I don't know. He makes big plays, is what I would say. Like regardless of how deep he goes with his route, before he gets the ball, he can go very deep, like from his route, even if it's shorter.
Yards after catch guy.
Yeah.
Cooper, I like the Kool-Aid McKinstry pick. That was good.
Jackson, yeah, that's a great pick too.
The Raiders' strategy was so obvious when I saw them take Powers Johnson. It's literally you just look down your draft board and you say, all right, who do we have ranked the highest? All right, we're taking him. Who do we have ranked the next highest? We're taking him. And then you just did that.
I mean, solid pick, especially for the second round. No complaints there. I do like Kool-Aid. I mean, I don't know. Either one of these picks would have been great for Philly, but I think Cooper.
I like DeJean's like versatility more.
Yeah, especially the fact that
safety box he needs to.
Yeah, that was what's huge for the Eagles because we all know CJ can play slot corner. So
right, we have a lot of stuff we can interchange back there, which is always good. All right, who do you think best draft and then worst draft?
Oh God. I don't know. Here's like,
and I'm banning you from saying the Eagles.
I think Eagles had top 3. I think they did a really great job of filling their needs, but they had a couple of picks where they missed that were just like not missed, but they're definitely like projects. They're not like immediate impact players. But they did set themselves up like well for next draft too, which I like. Okay, so who had the best draft? The worst draft, I don't know. There's some really bad picks early. Like the Broncos and the Falcons. I don't like the Falcons just from their first 2 rounds alone.
Bro, Penix. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And then they reached in the second round.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Falcons. They're down there.
I don't know. There were a couple drafts I liked. Honestly, well, I don't know if
I like Chicago. I mean, it's boring, but
yeah, they filled
pairing
needs.
Rome with
It's
Caleb,
hard to,
it's
especially
like
they were
boring. 2 top 10 picks, but it's like they did the right thing with them.
yeah, they were already like building chemistry beforehand too.
Yeah,
So
but outside of that more boring pick, I like the Colts draft.
I do like the Colts draft as
I like
well.
the Colts draft. I think that was nice by them. New England, solid draft. I mean, I wouldn't call it like top of the line or anything, but you get May. I didn't like that they took what's his name, Joe Milton in like the 6th round. Why are you drafting another quarterback?
Mm.
It just
I don't
felt
know.
unnecessary to me.
I did not like. I mean, no, I did like the Vikings first round, even though JJ McCarthy. I don't. Here's the thing. I really am unsure how he's gonna translate.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, he's
so
a weird prospect.
but that said, they got the quarterback that they wanted,
Right.
and they had
And
a
they didn't need to
really,
jump
really,
up
really
like 8 spots.
nope, and they still
Oh,
managed to
and
get
then
a
the
really great
Dallas
pick in
Turner
Dallas
pick. I
Turner.
mean,
Yeah,
that
I
was
like that a lot
yeah, that's one of my favorite picks of the first round for sure.
for sure. And then that and freaking Terrion Arnold, that was a great pick.
100%.
I really enjoy this draft, to be honest. I think I think most teams got better. Like most teams had a like relatively solid draft.
And it was a super fun draft because it just felt
Yeah,
like offense, then more offense, then more offense.
but
Like the
there's a
drafts where you
buttload of
got
talent.
like an edge going number 1, it's like obviously they're super talented. They're gonna be fun to watch, but
Yeah,
it just doesn't compare to a quarterback going 1, 2, and 3.
and I
Like,
hear that. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's probably why um panic like why the Falcons wanted to draft Penix is because of like they're not sure when this good of a quarterback draft will come out next, but
right.
like that's just I'm sorry, that's unacceptable to pay Kirk that much money for you to draft a quarterback to be like a
Like,
Jordan Love situation.
to me, even taking Penix over McCarthy was surprising. I like McCarthy more. Just
Mm,
strict like I
yeah,
don't like Penix.
I actually do. He lost me. Well, actually, I can't say that. But I mean, Penix is a dog, bro. Like he has some raw talent, and he's a playmaker. Um,
Think about the age difference though. I think they're
that
like
is
3
crazy.
years apart. I want to say McCarthy's like 21.
Yeah,
So
he's
that
about to
alone,
turn 21,
like
I think, or
literally
about.
that alone to me,
Yeah,
I'd rather McCarthy.
for yeah, okay, for a project like especially like a project like that, that's
As you fast forward 3 years into the future, McCarthy
he's
is now
20,
Penix's age, and then
dude.
Kirk only has
Penix
1 year
is
left on the field.
27.
Like,
Penix is 27 is
if you start
ridiculous.
McCarthy when he's 24, 25, that's totally fine. I would have been more
Yeah.
than okay with that pick, but the age is terrible.
Do you see the memes about Michael Penix? Like
Oh god, what the Falcons posted?
no, oh
Oh,
that was wild.
that was wild, dude. How
Was
do
that
you mess
real?
that up? How do you not look at that before
Was
you
that
post it?
real?
I don't know. I don't know if it was real, but if it was, like,
That's
yikes.
crazy. No, but I'm talking about like dogs in Atlanta after hearing a left-handed quarterback named
Oh my.
Michael is drafted.
Oh.
It's so funny just because of how like
It's
well
an
it fits.
unfortunate coincidence, yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like,
That's rough.
uh, I don't know,
That's
man. I'm excited for the season. I'm big time excited, especially
I am.
Eagles
I love
secondaries
the
is
NFL.
cooking.
I love the NFL. It's great. Watching, like, as much as I love the NBA more than the NFL, having to watch, like, games only once a week is so much better. Like,
Yeah,
sometimes, like,
you're
it's
just so
sometimes
excited
frustrating
to watch the
when
game.
there's important games on every night in the NBA playoffs, and it's like some nights I can't catch them. I'm like, the NFL, you know when those games are every single week.
Yeah. And it's like, don't get me wrong, I like to eat, sleep, and breathe basketball, but like at the same time, like, and can I get a break, bro? Like it becomes less entertaining. Like the first game of the playoffs is so much more exciting and like entertaining than like by the fourth game of the series, even though it's a big time game. Like it's still not the same energy as the first game of the
Yeah.
playoffs.
It's
But like,
just like a different feeling. I mean, I still love watching it, but yeah, I get what you're
oh,
saying.
for sure, 100%. I just think like as much as I hate like having to wait throughout the week to watch football, it's just so much more rewarding. Like at the end of a week, like
Not
a
to
watch.
mention the fantasy football aspect of it.
Yeah, yeah, it's so great. Fantasy
Fantasy
football is
football,
so it's so much
undefeated.
better than basketball.
So much fun. I don't even do basketball fantasy anymore.
Yeah, I mean I've tried. It's
It's
too much.
confusing.
Like baseball, it's too much too. Just to like have to constantly
Set
switch
the
up
lineup
lineups.
every single day. I can't do it. Football, I go on there like once every other day, something like that.
Nah, honestly, dude, my fantasy football hates me because every week they're reminding me to set my lineups and I just forget and I give
Oh,
people free.
you're that guy.
Yeah,
You're the never set the lineup.
I give people free wins sometimes.
I'm the guy that like never like I send the worst trades. That's me.
Uh,
Like I'll send you some ridiculous like Keenan Allen for like McCaffrey. Not that bad, but obviously like
yeah,
some of mine are like just kind of putting it out there, hoping for the
me,
best.
I'm just like I don't know. I can't be bothered sometimes. Like I'm just so
I feel that.
I just forget and I'm like, oh well, too late. And then like if somebody gets injured, like I forget to sub them out, like man, I'm not thinking about fantasy football all the time. And then they text me on game day and I'm like, well, it's too late. Like, sorry. And then they're pissed when they don't win or when somebody that's like competitive with their record wins. So now
Right.
they're gonna make the
So now
playoffs
they're
over them.
dropping it. But
Ugh,
dude, on that note, I say we close out this episode.
for
By the
sure.
next time we do this podcast, the 76ers will either be eliminated or moving on. Who knows? You never know. Could be an emergency podcast. Never know.
Sixers in seven. Sixers in seven.
I'm going to say Knicks in 7.
Sixers in seven. All right.
Hunter's biased. I'm realistic. We'll see what happens.
Yes, but I'm also realistic. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Real quick.
I'm not. All right.
You even said it. The Sixers should win game 6. 100%.
Yes. Yeah.
Embiid is gonna get like I said on the like podcast before they went back home, Embiid is more comfortable at home. So he's gonna shoot the ball so much better, which like we saw in game 3, he shot the ball freaking he made 5 threes. So they should win game 6. Dude, Maxey is bringing a different energy, bro. And he just did that. He did that in MSG, and Embiid had a rancid performance. Not just a bad performance. He had a rancid performance through the first like 4 quarters, and he had a large I don't think it was like that bad because they still won. And honestly, if Jokic put up that stat line and they won, people would say, "Oh, it was a great game. Jokic had a triple double, and his team won." Obviously, Embiid had the turnover problem, which is unacceptable. But
Right.
that's not like Embiid, and he didn't look at that comfortable. Like the last couple games, it seemed like he's not as he seems a little bit reluctant to shoot the ball.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But with Game 7 and MSG, they know if they win this series, they're going on to a opponent much easier, whoever it is. And you got Maxey, you got Batum, you got Kelly Oubre, you got Kyle Lowry. They got that vet now. You got guys like that. I don't know. I think the Sixers will take it at MSG.
All right. All right.
And I think Brunson is gonna get frustrated like he did last game because he's doing what he can and the rest of the team isn't.
Isn't showing up. All right. Well, I'm not going to debate. We'll just wait till next Monday when the Knicks have
Yeah.
moved on.
Okay.
As we close, everyone send up a prayer for me as the Miami Heat are already down 30 points in the beginning of the second quarter. Down 3-1. So that series is over. The Miami Heat season is done. That is how we are unfortunately ending this episode.
It had a good run though. They got a game. They got a game.
They got a game. That was more than I expected. I expected a full
Exactly.
sweep. So, gentlemen, sweep with no Jimmy, no Terry. I'll take it.
Okay.
Can't
Thank you guys
win it.
so
Can't make the finals as an 8 seed twice.
No, it's unheard of. It's unheard of. It's cool. They'll bounce back next season. They'll do something next season.
Let's hope so.
Now you just get to watch the playoffs and have fun.
Yep.
That's gonna be my coping thing if the Sixers
When the
lose.
Sixers lose, yeah, when.
If.
Amen.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't watched the last episode yet, you can. It's gonna be a little outdated, but definitely make sure to check that out. We played a couple of the games there too. But yeah, tune in next week. Hopefully Monday. If not, either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yep.
And we might be able to get a special guest on the episode next week. So let's hope for that. But yeah, have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much.